de enkra ekoma omampani Nana Adwenkyere Akufo-Addo say enough is enough. Ken Ofori-Atta must go. If he say aban bia wa aban mu a enema miensa ene di mu akotre. The government headed by the president, the party MPP no, and the members of parliament ya wo mo ewo ho no. MPs no concerns nyina ene say kroma yehye. Na ahyase no kra de na ehye kakra. Na mbom say ba bia yehye duro no eya hye. Enti wo ntimi ntena ho ema no nhye. Enti wo ka kire mampani Akufo-Addo say Ken Ofori-Atta ba bia go so brass band de nipa be ya na waye no. Nti onfa na dwuma no nto ho ene ono nko a Charles Adubu Ahen ye Minister of State and the Finance Ministry no ono so so fa na dwuma ento ho enye asem keto akora na e parliament ho edom dodo no wie no a Ghana bakwasemu entensi ye ba Fourth Republic weni ne edi nkan kora ya akoba se aban a otia konwa so na ono an members of parliament e katre mampani se on country the finance minister onfa ne dwumadie nto yes say ka na kokoom na wanti a ene ba abonten the big question anwumre Adwenkyere ne yabadwafo ye bisa ne say ede enkomodie na MPP members of parliament any Jubilee House presidency di ya omo no fi say anso sidi nti na say epushi omo ema omo ba abonten ema Ghana fo nyina ehu eno tie communication across the constituencies e Ghana nyina MP say press conference no ebinum ebo oma baso say omo ya heroes omo ya de omo amasa bi omo fru eni omo nim omo dwen Ghana ho ebinum just so da bi politics kakra ena wade anim na say ewiase nyina ya den ya enei say wo hwe US of A wo hwe UK wo hwe other countries a obia esu say economy a COVID echi Ukraine Russia war no enema mu ayeden in December we na Ken Ofori-Atta Nana Adwenkyere Akufo-Addo and MPP aban no omu hia the support of their own members of parliament na edu ba bia dui na se wa nipa one ne ko osanso yi o ama na jazayade a ha adwenkura ebinu mi se ba bia na ekono na e was leaders for parliament especially the majority members of parliament no na enkatru honorable chairman sabonsu omo ne mampani engage kokoa mu che ekosi ba bi so ya kan ko sei amasa wo ba bonte a na waba yana mo kasa don kuma e parliament so omo afile say omo asensan ye wo list ni nyina wa ha all members of parliament or minority side edo omo sa secretary say omo e call on the head of the finance minister honorable Ken Ofori-Atta and near minority for no kan ye say omo no majority for no so omo no beka bom dia they are ready for say so betimi apamo finance minister according to constitution no omo here to test of parliament and 275 MPs so they need about 180 plus members of parliament. It is a MPs no both sides in say Ofori-Atta nkwa na etrese omo pese omo eyini free ho enumre yete fidie so sese no ya intelligent me pick from Jubilee House and say there's emergency meeting between the party MPP President Akufo-Addo and leadership of parliament, especially majority members of parliament, there's emergency meeting, omo ashisha, womo eshia. Party no the statement about bonten, abekasa the afani ekoso no ho, say party many nyina enya botre, the national chairman of MPP Stephen Ayensun team, the secretary asente, e mo ahwe bi e Facebook na motie bi, o say party nyina he's calling for calm. Na party no na wo aban no na abano no ye betimi ama party na ko opposition na party no ntena ho enye nhwe ha so the newly elected national executives are promising the party supporters around the ranks and files of this country say they are in charge and they are engaging the presidency and the members of parliament na yahwe MPs no be say Ofori-Atta presence inti and IMF sika no kura no ho hyehye no edile Ofori-Atta presence inti and businessmen na wo sika no doesn't have confidence in the Ghana's economy. Enti na omo bebre no $100 ama Ghana akodu babia edre enme yenum nyina be di sa enkomoyi enyansem keto akora afei the big elections ebekoso Ghana ha the contest between the general secretary of NDC Johnson Adwenkyere and chairman Samuel Ofosu Ampofo ene ejebo Adwenkyere unofficially no keka radio so say ampa he's contesting the national chairmanship position and officially wapa ni dwumadi ontuma e de akere NDC chitafo Ghana nyina say the secretary breno di breno wadi ache enti omo graduate no na omrameye chairman of NDC between general secretary Adwenkyere ene ofoso ampofo no enkomodi na di nkan hye that there was debate across the country within NDC say chairman of ofoso ampofo ase no nketia say we yehufo na typical example aya waso by elections a oka say NDC a withdraw because etuo toto enom ne ade no yemfa oba be ma saa ana be ma oba saa enko elections NDC hia ono ase no nketia kokodrufo ya eduru ho a obetimi edi enimu ama 2024 ekon no aya mmara ma NDC chama bo so abofo so jese odabi eze no nketia de edi nkan no say no odwe NDC ho a na onim say aya waso by election no kra be koso but obuapa kotena brochire say oye conference na we general secretary na such a critical election such a crucial by election no say dey dwane na no odwane a nga wondim meka nkyere party for no say ukọ conference na otia brochire conference no ene say ye by election na NDC betimi awini seat no ede na ehia na enya fugu a wata hye na ode ayi sedie ne ade abobom ene tire na eda ne kom no ene cheso ekokodrufo that is a big contest e be koso e wo NDC am ne kom enya sam ketwa kra enumre mo humble servant kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng ne mpadifo besi nkonwa na adwenkyere dwumadie se ne ensem no si kokko no ye de bi abremo e fa to dwa bi o Bank of Ghana ene omo ene relevant stakeholders ashe engagement ase edi afako embefa so a yesidi no ebetimenya ahoden kakra against the dollar ebizasa say ukọ black market ebi no muton 15 Ghana cedis against $1 is equal to 15 and others. Now what Bank of Ghana can ne from Dr. Addison and say omoni traders all Ghana nyina ya arrangement with their banks na momo fixed rate and also official rate as oye importer na obekọ Dubai and na China and na US of A ana Canada na baby akofa ne ma baby ano unim se me save wo multi credit savings and loans enti multi credit savings and loans e wo dollar ho enti woji visa na woni multi credit ayen hye so niam na me kofa fiam no ne aba no me the dollar na ekọ na Bank of Ghana fixed rate say ye de be ma 10 Ghana cedis against $1 say 8 cedis o say 9 cedis o depending on circumstances no na aboa adwedifo no ama hoto no aba ensam ne do so but yanko parliament na yenko share press conferences upon press conferences my first day at school any name ekoso so when wadwane ya dwumadi edi de Adwenkyere Kessben television so na o hwe DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 173 na Odeji television na digital television no obetimi ahwe wo so na afa wo Odeji box so a eno so hwe wo nkraban chamba bi a Tiwa studio Adaroma na Kumase so na ne boatin studio Adaroma omo fa bi e wo Kessben 93.3 na Kessben 92.9 yanko parliament first press conference course one pay honorable lawyer and the Akuoko bi and gina MPs na name ade ensem toja Ofuriata must go yentie wo
ye gina ha ye represented Dodua and to be for one reason or the other. Now, ye per se, ye ma, ye belly for ye president, it just said, near my question, saying, or may we, and ye, Nika, ye consult your constituents, almost so express the same sentiment. And into ye, the crime be so, after a leadership of parliament, so, any leadership of the party, so, Sema, Mampelia, so to say. Ye pese animu ya yema yewra Furiata our finance minister and Charles Dubahi our minister of state the minister of finance and tranche na abayaduma enkoso send ye beya the confidence beba economic system no na de enkoso so ebeba elinti na ye gina ha ka se kobase de yeke o mampani wantie dia enema bia odi beba parliament ha big government business empo budget of 2023 no enye se yen wo ha yi ene o mo kan ehuru yen participate eninti yesre o mampani se ye adroi de ontie yasem se wantie yasem dia yesusu yenye djuma e wo parliament e
So, serious statement and comment from the MPP members of parliament, headed by or addressed the media by Honorable Andy Akuoko. The message is simple and clear. Say, Nyami Adrum November, budget abayin de bebano. Say, Kenu Furiata ne daso tihoa, omo enye part of it. Nti ekoko druwa, enye na abayin no accept. Obetumi join you live Facebook Kessben TV ya na wa share ama onua nso anya nwumre adwumadie no ebi ahwe ono wie no na honorable from the minority side no honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ono nso so agina donkuma nanem address media no yenhwe honorable Ahmed Ibrahim so ene donkuma no so one position on Kenofuriata say omo nso so techire say onfa adwumadie nto yentie omo
pay finance minister. Majority force who SC pay finance minister. It should not be just a matter of press conference. The what they say the minority leader having a district council or the motion ban. Form 138 MPs no end support motion na here impeach finance minister. Amani to see aya. The other no say Usha press briefing ya no minority majority for aye. Nanke was so muye da because we go cabinet emra na ye ka say ye to Kwarteng ye to the president can say emra na kan Kwarteng using the data bank as sponsor MPP campaign no more and now we using the data bank as sponsor MPP campaign ya papa was mean no so president afa minister of finance say a compensation be no dia compensate kan Kwarteng so say no say you know so the majority for a green Ghana one boy minority for na ye impeaching no the harna issues much it in the come and fight and one
okay the honorable Ahmed Ibrahim the minority chief whip deputy minority chief whip parliament and ono so de nensem atudwa anase ode eto so no anime studio ha Pagre Boache Dankwa ono aban kasama for ewa mamu tutu ye ho ye ne no ebesi nkonwa enche na ya dwendwen nsem ne ho afa Bernard Dro Tachi BOT were chartered economist, renowned economist across West Africa and beyond. He's a member, key member, National Democratic Congress, already seated, and chair 24 no ebesin konya na ya jinjin sem ne ho e wadwen chedumade so. Obetimi wadwen kire aba e WhatsApp number 0550 596929 0550 596929 and 0550 567929 0550 567929. Me did the kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng Adwenkyere and yesin konwa nwumre but there was an issue made in can't free ho whilst I ne mpenifo ebe call ene ne si o parliament no so no and then no mampani akufo do kwa santemantemo aprobo afi ho ba Eastern region. I'm told to say by next week mampani be ko bono na ehon so one Ghana for akwa bonkomo no engomodi en kokogina baby say two constituencies Kwabre constituency amanse west and south manso any Kwabre for say wo mo kwan enye na mampani ka sembi kire wo mo say ekwan no de obeye but obi antimi ntena kire na on trete ne say omo anya omo wanya omo beto abetia no mampani kan biye wo say ukokromotini kra no ye wa wo dia obeto amandi say wa say bado onim say o wasede say oso oyema mpunti okosonti no sa trete no ne ade no empushi no kra enunti especially one on one me constituency chairman for Manson Kwanta is in the studio chairman Owusu na yede no ninkomo kakra na ye misa no say president nsem okan ye proud so ba santimantama pro ene am told so ne Manson Kwanta man hine ko hia ene ne akofa nsem bebre aba no say ne sitima me chairman ninkomo ba sima dubi kakra area na fei Pagre ne BOT atenase na yewura nsem no mo ba ma hom messages no mo de banti no mo betimi e de aba Facebook nso no wa share ama onua atibi chairman akwaba na empom ye de the chairman Owusu Mensa ono no ye Manson Kwanta constituency MPP chairman chairman na bacho constituency to say
nyame adom hoboko me free over here boni bi ansi ho hoboko
my microphone me wa no ye mama menim say constituency for show na Manson constituency at the right time ne Kwabre for so be din kopo ba ne mo ho na ye duro mo concern spa mo de to mampani anim two issues and I'm told to say oh baako galamsey mining and baako so mo akwan mo mining ho nsensem te say ho
yo kwekon me da wase me fa akonya we su na me mabedru abankesi mu die me nchia Yura, he says the president and a poundful.
Yeah.
After party in Pennyfo, chairman, Yura 17, and general secretary, and then a pound for a count. If you are my menchia, my conscience is so. Samri, Manson Quanta, Manson Dubia, conscience, winning almost a tea, Kessben, the Ohana, tea. To Anfaquen Menchia, or Munyanafi, Yamahini, and then party executive, police in the travel coordinators. Midi see the men piece of Samri, Michelle almost wrong. Na no question echina when ukuade ene na awotwe a Yura president e be wie o Manson Kwanta constituency na de ni be pie ho ne nyina yetiawa ye mahima ye maame obahima danabra otosumie no na ni dot yi a na ja Manson Kwanta traditional council Yura omahini ja na omoye ne kwasem ni Yura president na pamfo road minister, trade minister, any regional minister, regional chairman. No kwase me na ya homeka pa anti party nso ya homboa edi hia omo e mane ye. It was really an honor. You na ye himadot yi a omde omo nyam beta ye chisa na ya me yenso ye ni aso ama Manson Kwanta e ho ehun se ye president ba hode a eni na ensema ye guso ye kana no nso a obetum no na mi se eno no ebewie peye na ansa na no nse practice obeba ne Monday no ohia all the constituency chairman na ne kwasem ni president menya esuma hotoso bi ni akonya ni hia ya ne kwasem ne se ensema na ewo Ashanti region ensema ewo Manson ne Manson bi amanse enjinu ne kwabre yakwan na president my full assurance say yankin akomanto ye yem mfie menu akai no
president comment na oye wo Uteke FM no ma Manson for bufoi
ne kwasem ni
is Manson people angry with the president?
Oh, meeting I can somehow. Sasana, the most important aspect of the whole thing is that we share a chamber phone. Oh, my hotoso, my who say 2 years okay. Say, oh, a quaint beer, no Ashanti Regina.
Yeah.
Ah, de Manson Kwanta, Manson Dubia, Quabri, and Fatu home. Before that, you know, a road minister, Irama Quanta, Edika Casacrano, a horn, South Queen or dear, and Fatun say, well, can be an Ashanti Regina, Yentim is 2 conscious in free.
Okay.
Yamiano president, so a Casaya, Edin Common, also to say, so what can be Eddie Female Kaya.
Yeah.
We Quabre and Manson Quanta, and so to be a free more in ye.
Okay.
And the na ama a Honkani and Niges from Committee, Quasemini. Oba Hollands yense hede share no party flags ni Ghana flamanfo a sankwan ho a ye share na hwene nim a ekwana wonam so no from anwan kwanta de kwa kopie Manson Kwanta twam ko ne akontam a ye de pachi ni pachi enso kopie anto akrom from we also enso de ba be si anto akrom from ahrewa junction kwa kosi bonteso je ni so from esama junction kosi agrosum a linkin ye de se capital ni ye de se hot be wa agrosum no na ye rehun se anye hwe kura no there are 2 or 3 major ones any 2 years away anymore there me say enye bia I'm giving the full assurance you can mark my words no no me say Manson for ajay better na no kwasam ne say
edi na chama I follow up abankran no
sure
say mampani abeka nti say mo party mpani for mo so mo di ati
okay say eja boso ba na major pa ye untimi ntra na unti ha nti ne kwasam ne say apart from sometimes kwan ya ka ho asem bia ye major headache no me kana me kan studio Manson for be di my dance say from 2017 Akufuado by be difa abanwa yi no e be sise me no kasa yi no there's no single electoral area yentim fire in see ebun kasa enye bibi ho
okay
I'm telling you
other projects
there are a whole lot of major projects here pa
consensus ne yakwa
exactly
so chama me say asem this is not the first time abanya be promise mo say ye be kwa mamo. Before 2020 election, President was at Manson Dubia. Or promise him say obo obey kwano. 2023 any ye komo yi. This time around, did you believe say Niamampenia kano practically a beba?
I can assure you and with all conviction say you are President obey. Unibza from continent that's a gross mkutia ede ko ni Keniago contractor was here oyeju contractor was here from you also edi ba be si musians contractor also but minim obia sikasem kakra nti wasa na ime free so from tabuom you know so ba be si hia kwose musians junction contractor also was here nti another one is the nkomo ba akumire di ya from anwan kwantan so besin akọ abore akuntem I dey man so almost they award to a very big contractor the shop we are hoping say elimonumi ya president abema assurance obeba so ti dia kan pachi ni ya gross mu janche ni ko ni the me border na we are still hoping
come away today. I'll be a bit critical on you, but ode beche me. We are told to say Manson Edubia and Manson Kwanta. A lot of your party supporters are they are moved to NDC. Is it true?
Unim. Nina be somewhere somehow. Nancy NDC be membership registration.
Okay.
Na meet me a can say me who among phobia behind the scene. Work on person who sneaky ko register be.
Okay.
But none be and you
sneaking means free MPP akwa NDC because almost NDC are attractive. Into the NDC NDC card and answer origin be fee say 2024. Looking at the economy, no, a be NDC bet me about Bermuntino, but so your card in a be.
Only say Nipebu or when I say NDC card maybe MPP card and we won't say any premise.
Okay.
And you know, for now, no reason emu ba ku me no me di nkomo a bi ho open up bo obebu sa se me nkoye
okay
so bi nso no akwa akoye ba na ne kese ne ye
hwemu amaye ne say MPP aban ekotia galamse wo mo ho and a lot of youth a woman so no fi say say be man go for a small scale mining no benya adwuma ne bia ya they are comfortable but so be pam wo no pa there they think NDC is alternative now so most of the youth there they are moving to NDC and no sure now elections a course so man so kwantane man so do bia most of people winning here no mebu no a wo no fi say no gradually MPP disappoint wo
me da say man fa kwanya osina me ma menua Morris ni trinkwa wona winning as NDC Abore.
I see.
And of course, I'm say issue I can want some as or mine as a party as a bino. Me to me as a constituency chairman. Me free money area. Me who say Marason says hey, ye man another look at it.
Alternative be
any alternative be me ahwe handle this issue ye
okay
because some say most of the money areas are adwuma bia any ho na adwuma e manfo no person mu ndi omu ehuwuram kese pa ye money ya na money in general ne de enyina beji atum say anka Ghana mra e ma ho kwan na emom ensi ho kwan na emom kwan anya kwan pa ye fa so ye no na Ghana mra isi ho kwan na friend galam say no until you can have a big money company Obekohone bi kra no ni price bi o ye na galamse because enye kwampa no fa so o ye no you can have small scale money or register all right but they na o ye no na o ye galamse you can have a community money ya re bi a abankra ya lancha mana all the o ye no o ye galamse into what the meme hun ne say onim money hun sem per se no say small scale money community money as o mine as all the money areas ye so mu ya you can create more than 5 million jobs for the youth of this country. Okay. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because all the money companies in the war in percentage in free. Kakrebi. What I say about this small scale money, no community money, person they on board no. Say aban ye hwani asomu ye ni ahye niam ye di ama baby a for a year. I am an well monitored. Revenue is kabenya free to the very assembly and the nation in general no. Minia going forward no we are all hoping say
Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources at the deadline abase obia register excavators with the district assemblies say November and omama deadline say obia oyemana bia across the Ghana country baby and districts no don't register with the district assembly and tibia another approach after registration maybe they will be bringing but come and so the people are crying
onim the people are crying basically because adwuma bia any man so
okay
only one thing and omuhunu se adwuma e ho man fo butimi nya bia this money ya and me hunu this from this angle say when you say you a minister e need nkomo kasa utie ye fa hihye bi mra ibe say community man no kra no ena ye betimi aye ne aye ne ye nye say be lunch ne agya no ho. I think say there should be a well conscious effort say yen set up even secretariat at every mining district. Na say ko be community man yo ho a the DC yo ho the police commander yo ho ahemfo unum say ye say je nyina nim say ahemfo the concern of the various land and say wo Ghana nyina police starting party e dey ahemfo dia but ye nya gold wom dey say gold no ya ban dia this aban you should lances dey ama concessionaire bia nana ahemfo ho bia eni say it shouldn't be that way. Say the community man ne banana so mosque man bia so of lances a say before say be issue amano no nana asasiru o ho no omo so any movie and I said they've given approval. Maybe at least I set up committee be DC wom MP or this kind of gamse fight is a extreme politicization of it.
Okay.
We are the politics room too much. In the time biano say I set up this committee. Say honorable account on the whole next man or no NDC MP we should involve you in the committee. DC MP commander and for a say omunya rep yemfo munka ho ni secretariat e district level ho no na say ye lunch community man bi say lunch man we ko na ko ba bi this well monitored yenya regional rep bi or committee ni so yenya national rep bi e so yenya bi soldiers fo bi kura mo so be play extra role o mo say eyi lunch man say munya adwuma are you doing the right thing? Nese bia ha porch ni e nipa ne se onya adwuma oye ne so wi ehwese hu se wakata so ansa before that e bia ni kra ni forest fo so di nkomo amoma na ezru nua okata so wi ya no ya dia ono so kana e bebo se edi nua edi claim di adua nua no aban no befa bi man no so befa bi e wi ya dua indirectly it has created employment in the year say mu se gradually no aban ni wachi na I'm telling you with this process no a big create employment papa. Nti and more to it. Sa dollar rates that I want ba bebre nyina say gold especially it is many deal with dollars.
My currency is
exactly.
Yeah.
Is ya dollar who say no be say omo to gold ni ade we have a good price edu no. Nti with this na at least give it my generate revenue be to the assembly and to the government in general. This Chinese for begu system omo be yeah money to gold no mas mo gede konkra na metia na hu na mebufu no. Why? Because as a mine we are not getting anything of it. And these foreigners, these expatriates na exploit it. There's some money as a mine we can take conscious decision here. We say no, even if possible, crana yen set up various offices. We go no 2 years now. And Kotoma India, ni Kotoma China, ni Toma Bina Yasom Faso. Okay. And if putting all these measures, I think say Ebema system no I come down. I'm not saying create employment. And say Chama extreme politicization na
Chama Owusu Mensa Manson Kwanta MPP consultancy chairman and we no din komo ente na Chama Besrai o say oye follow up ewo mampani Besrai omo nkomo no omo die Chama ente say 2024 okofi obi fie for campaign na okachire so ono de okọ NDC because mampani kra ka say baby obeto na ba kono ya ono anasem Ashama dey na beka say sa party ni no
onim onse asem you represent engineer so kan asem na ye ekwan ho asem ya tie mu nyame mpaye say assurance of resident dia man yi na from we pechi ni pechi kosi anto akrom from yours we see anto akrom from yon kwanta kosi akontem from Esama junction kosi agros at least this kwan say yenye ekra ni aye
at least from Kumpese junction to that tunnel
from Kumpese contractor was this here
hoye kini side that tunnel there no
that tunnel so ba no contractor was from Obuase fa watre so abisi
so those areas
that tunnel
na ebia from Mim junction ekosi agrosum na ye problem no
exactly if all this in this here only the panic asa all this because most of this
Chama yen Sunday signal we ye de enkomo na si na me di bi oti ato so enti now konso Chama for manso enkwanta o kase enfa woni ne mampani akabia o chia me woni so ane ya aboadwo se kosisa ye bedu 2024 na mwakwan ya mampani ka ho asem no waye a the people I wo ho nyina wo mabufuo no will come down.
I'm telling you
Chan wo ma kan kire wo
sa mansuni bia wo team ne ya be kuma ka say chema asem akon enokre why because ye headache pa eye kwan
Okay.
ofo ka to be headache disgusting for person can hear any one be kuma
So that the mampanya can nyina o yakwan ma mo you okay.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
That's the whole thing.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. Nti na me kan say be say there's no single electoral area yenye bibi ho. But kwan nti no okokora ni di ayi ebia school dan di service ho ama no ebia scholarship kra ya bo ma ne ba bi anya adwuma bi a ne ba bi anya a whole lot I bana ya mana awu bia no de contractor nti oba so na na wagya hokudi na mo ka kire nti de sabi ekomgia no me nyame ya dom
I say skania di do atanu ato dollar abo. Well, okay, yeah, time also mensa and edin ko chama de odi chatwa ma constituency for under 2 minutes na many beauty monto aso ba mentio
yo me da si bi me mama so kwanta constituency eni na dubia yenyina yate se ne kwasem ni twen ho a yenya eni gidie wo party ni mu from Tammy Memorial bisi Samri no yenkoso enya hotoso ni gidie o party ni mu na de bia me kan say NDC has no it's not an alternative for the people of Manson Kwanta and Manson Dibia. The leader saw party in say ba mu a anya hwe no fa so ba ma yenyina anya bi no MPP. We believe say at least if from nothing at all. If you see when you were here say NDC adi oman for the past 27 years. Omo mention pro policy ba kwa Ghana fo nyina anya so fa so including Manson fo anya so fa so a omunya ba kokranka. But we can mention who's ampa. MPP are buying as compared to NDC are buying. No. Who's NDPP is far better. Inti me ko so asem man for say. E kwana asem na da bia e say enkwan e that eta no 7 no. E kwa mu nyina say no mu nyina diso atrantwi da bia. Nyame ya adom na say ewura president. Ashon odi amaye no. Minim say wodi ose be yoyo. Na me ya numonyam hye ama especially ye man hene no ba ye no ba che ewura man hene. Man me interpret kire me say owisa egu na sum. Am say nyame ya adom a yura be
na hema na edamakoma so pa na edamakoma so na unfortunately and coincidentally for me no metia me neti kakra nse ye ko France ntimbedu ye no na danwa na yi no ekoso no na mefi haba na enye ye nti ene mantimi na bi kusi nana odaruma na me ko Paris ko ye adwuma kakra etimba enti me ntumi amantina na bi kusi apia adwumre na ma me mu adwo oni na nanom nyina yes chama
enano so na ye yura be na birthday nti ekoso asere nyame mpa ye na hoodin de ma no se ja nkoso ama na hoodin ni nyansa no santo no nkone na kwan no enye eye chiren ya na yura nam so a na odi anigye e de achira me organizer so na ba DKM me chia no na ye di djuma ba ku mi
Kwaku wa ha me da kwaku me ma me ma na djumpa
me da se
ya chia kodwo ntumi nso ma me ya chia kodwo ntumi nso ma me me da se anwumre pa nana de me nana no me nana no ho anaja watwa me to kakra ya beauty
wa make some factually inaccurate premise be was correct
okay
or call other platforms for on repeat
it's good say yes I'm into yes
chairman and can be that say you can pro policy and this in fair be mad
okay
eno no se mu hia mo party ma wo fia na maka but say oba platform it say Kessben e wo DSTV e wo Go TV ni pam na hwe me fa sector by sector na mama wo education enti wo free ha kwa ma nanye wo last say obeka say ka say NDC ma pro policy nka bio me do kokoko sector alone in the history of the world Ghana cocoa syndicated loan ande mo beto so amo GB e de bo mo Akuafo di bi ya kwan no NDC ne by 1984 o de no ton chana NDC na ya ban even apart from
be o ticheche what do you mean loan na NDC de buy
good hold on me ba
me to say but
mami nwie unso okasa wamba mami nwie
yeah memo what you ba na pesa o chire mu
me chire mu ye
okay
in the year 1984 Abra Rollins buy no na ye do cocoa kra ye nya atofo. If people are not buying cocoa, until Rollins the students and a cool room cost so a cocoa are not a part of.
Okay.
At that time, no, Honor Rollins yes and ye launch cocoa syndicated loan.
Okay.
Now ye loan no, ye the 30% of the loan no, about rural electrification project.
Okay.
And it's our for Ghana. We Kwame Nkrumah free more. Abaya aman Kenya ko crossing ketwaye Rollins. and there is no pro-poor policy. Chance wo kura aseketwa na obenya Kenya.
Okay.
In fact, South Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah bakoye, Afrifa bakoye, Liman bakoye. Ba o paban expanding electricity man nkronketwa fo nya bia, aban bia no ekwa NDC.
Okay.
It's a pro-poor policy.
Okay.
Number 2, free fertilizer. Yede ma cocoa farmers yede do cocoa no. Aban ehye mo kena, Rollins na de buy. Atamans beye wentwe mahama krade ye ni botwo. There is no pro-poor policy. Chance cocoa farm or manso or bono or western. Osi odo cocoa na odo cocoa na. Aban na guarantee say me ma asasi mu agudie fertilizer free. Chere me pro-poor policy e wa agriculture chain no. De to so bio se oba educational F-cube free compulsory universal basic education. When the buy NDC. Enti chama mesrew. Ye kase ye boba ye nkonne. Baketu bi amabo amawi no. Me fanza nko history. Menim se wuso ba wanyini kakra. In the year 1983, kom kese ye ba Ghana. Na at that time no, Ghana ban ko IMF se ne ya. IMF e call ye no. Program aban ko na ye fen ERP, Economic Recovery Program.
Okay.
Na nam so be wo PAMS card. Program of Action to Mitigate Social Cost and Adjustment. And this in the buy.
Okay.
Kobi say na nanom say when the PAMS card ba Ghana, e boa peja Ghana ma ho to ba Ghana. NDC.
Okay.
NDC say o come party meeting na say MPP fo achi a. E hono de obetimi aka say oh NDC ni proper policy. But show we so there. Make me a litany of example.
Okay.
The atienie NDC is Social Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Enti omo ya ade omo ntam brande no. Hwe ope political party Asimo Hospital and the Fourth Republic Obian who are to NDC.
Okay.
But NDC and crafted the anto so.
Okay.
But MPP agenda 111.
Okay.
Into one share year. Na we obi our health sector. Obedin say MPP hospital 10 NDC.
Okay.
But say kase ye kom na ya for chest compound, ya for polyclinic and the Fourth Republic.
Yeah.
Mention one regional hospital MPP. Twa kwa ye see yotumi bobo akon a me mo show we so bio. Every regional hospital, there, and this in a conceive ye esima Ghana. But some MPP ne see ya, unkombe branding again di and to boss ye see we na Ghana for Tremua. Or make us say agenda 1110. Ya cast MPP na the buy, but NDC ye see. On feeding Kessben, they cut to
Bobby,
they cut to cry. They cut to cry. Last one.
Okay.
Cocoa Road. There is no proper policy.
Okay.
Chance oti ukro ketuom.
Yeah.
Na udo koko. Na ban say, baby a udo koko do fan me beye kwan ma iron asphalt. And this in the buy.
Okay.
In fact, do to opuni sa no adwuma.
Okay.
Mo ba ye na mo se mo Kroll na associate. Mo ko fa forensic audit say do to opuni ye kronfo wa inflate price be pem ne. After forensic audit no, omuntimi publish the content. Omuntimi publish it because obi an yesika. Enti chama me pe wasem. Next time mo ko ene show an ka bi da.
Na me so asem.
Send this in for proper policy.
Baby o ti ma me so asem. Yeah, what can nyina na infrastructure.
A proper policy.
Me to say me ba. The what can nyina infrastructure. What can back say NDC mo brand. Be are going forward. It's about time of send this in some more rising note. Na mo magana for ho. But the what can nyina you mention hospital, you mention rural electrification, you mention
fertilizer,
roads any ade no. Ni nyina infrastructure.
Right.
Some be before no proper policy ni ade. They talk about something like health insurance. They talk about something like be a school feeding program. Omo no omo de etal to omo ho say omo ye be a leap. Ye ma me wan nkokora sika kakra e be a those are the arguments I know. Yes.
You see, for the records.
Yeah.
Yentia said the political philosophy of the two parties.
Okay.
MPP a property owning democracy.
Yeah.
MPP believe you say let the private person lead and the state follows.
Yeah.
And NDC say there be you must state and private person in nanti together.
Social Democrats.
Social democracy.
Okay.
And the approach now omode pro porno.
Yeah.
And it different.
Okay.
For example, say me ya ban na kuani bi wo bono odokoko. Na me command fertilizer free. Na se won so ya ban. Na command mass spray yina. You are tempted to think say wo mass spray ni a pro-poor.
Yeah.
Forgetting say wo spray you ni a fertilizer a good year bear daso. So let us admit and understand say that's a pro-poor. Adie bi e be lifty obi from extreme poverty to a different level. A proper.
Okay.
And it's a meme was Sunyana West. Na mi kuro kitwa kwa 3. NDC aban besi polyclinic mamia. A proper policy.
Okay.
Because enkasa yare bome na na do the zoom afi na me ba be haneka chata car.
Okay.
Akọ regional hospital no. NDC besi polyclinic e dia mame.
Okay.
Enti mabra bo asetena mu no. The polyclinic over there is a proper policy. And then again, they should also understand what a policy is.
And it is a no me found say public na between NDC mu proper policy and MPP no the interest because we MPP for almost we the free education. You health insurance.
Okay.
Cocoa mass spraying.
Right.
You will leap you will all those things. You know, going forward, we
need to situate the discussion. Tenio. Na yama tie for say.
Okay.
Akuoko so be ma o mass spraying.
Yeah.
No be ma free fertilizer o ma cocoa roader. Wontimi nhwe manimu nka nkyere me say free fertilizer ne cocoa roader nye proper.
Okay.
Na say wo kuani no mahama kansim you say we don't eat rubber road determine what you eat.
Okay.
Eni say wo koye mass spraying na ma akwan nye na metimi de ka kunya si de na mi hu a o mass spraying what is the relevance of it.
Okay.
And going forward no me ma chairman ati ase say 2024 be yet it's going to be
only chairman debate no
it's going to be strictly politics or comparative analysis.
Yeah. Be out in but ase ba mama menya djuma ahoma no so mra only chairman debate na say ebrepem bo say me say da bia mu mama me say da bia mu mama na at the right time no only chairman me no munya engagement. This is Kessben live on DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 173 and Kessben TV 92.9 Greater Accra Tiwa Studio 93.3 and Aniboti Studio Kumasi Ntima mo asante mantebo ene nkran ba bia ni wiase ba bia mo hwe na mpacho betimi join here live e Kessben TV on Facebook and Kessben 92.9 on Facebook ya na wa share ama unuan so enya bi ahwe. Dr. Nana, you are a member of parliament for the people of Efidase Asokore constituency. Doc, Anymre Yamwajo. Doc, my first day at school, and na moko parliament, you know. But they nkomo na MPP MPs. Mudi wakukwa mu abia mampani entie ana ban no entie yenti ehunko hia ense na mo yesa press conference a ene koswe.
Minya maminchia otie for Kessben. Obibia otie bibewe. And you free your constituencies about in kind. Because Parliament, you kwama kaka. You so about you ma ba start. Make us say you must start here and
Adwenkyere.
Now, one of the interesting issues are topical and is about the finance minister and the minister of state for finance. Now, I say many of the MPs, your core rounds or your constituencies, they identify with the issues, backgrounds, before I cover the Bebane, Russia for war, Bebano. No, Ghana, yes, come on. Jobianka is a kind of or a very hard-working person. Now, the coffee in by a COVID. I COVID the year, what you do, year, so Russia for so the Ukraine for war by. Yeah, what you have by you, will be a chef for many now, and I'll call Nigeria, I won't run at that form. It be a refugee, sir, to say that Ghana be a refugee. Indeed, yes, Anna, Obotomuya, an economy, the finance minister, or you good or ya dear. Obotomuno, who call your problem, na any bear, Aqua finance minister. So, until I will finance minister will be errors and yes, I kill this idea, because of our hotel about we are safe for now. And this is not what MPP to buy. We understand that is the point. And I'm sure, as my conviction is clear, the MPs in the Wazwank, I know that they have no idea at all about the situation. But every December, either we buy, and also the anxiety, any panic, any amount for economy, the call from Emma, she can hear the echo from 3 December. That time so you bring a man for Africa a kofani ma wa mona neba. In the panic about that period, no, see the start here. It is Christmas 3 years now a lot of the companies, you know, about your music kwa money. That time when you call you bonds, you call Pesica now, be shock, be absorb the shock, you know. And also we do ya and fat. In the Atomusama Russia war, and now oil prices started to say cost return Russia war. I'm a name about by year, the Sikano Kofum, and my Jamusa Bessie, and Nemeno, Ekasi. Indeed, and also no so monobasoa. I was here the Bobby. Now, I was the Nipa that's an idiot. Israel for Kwa, you are free Egypt. And you are my cocaine, promised land. Now, almost what well done as a grandpa motive to go on Hoba, Cope, say. You're right, dear friend. I mean, Miniko Hasaba. Or buy a now month why you or go that's some both some. The Nipa that's an idiot. It is that, Sebi. I mean, I want to buy new song. And any years of Basua, as soon as we are different. In the other me, I can't tell you we good. We are dear pa, to manage your Yodia, a moment to and that is the situation we are find ourselves. I want to have an Oko Proma, all they tell you is that finance minister and not finance minister. The finance minister may be working very hard. But Yejuma as a public work as politics. And yet only the no credit Yejuma say your Yejuma day. Sometimes the perception out there say maybe I'm hot in the work kind of menfa, maybe I'm say or no in the monko. And a year also will be to me catch you say, or no muna or the IMF. Now no cazon IMF. Now the IMF Naze Badia, and that is no catches or IMF and what's the bar. That is I want to say, but it further affect the confidence of the system in the Oko financial economics. It's all about confidence, uncertainty, and speculation. Sunday Mammy and Zawi, a Kubitiawa will be able to guess within 24 hours. Now, BBR is all about that. Design it here, the award of BBR about finance ministers, maybe Monkonamo Council. We bet years or no. MPs be so they said that is the same thing they have been told. And the Mama spontaneous action by the MP said, Omonqua Amontin, Omonqua press conference. I acquire press conference and at the two appointees. Yes, Ghana for you, Jidia Moka. You call your constituency, Yatidia Moka. Modia Maka, Yababaye. And into Yababaye, Diamamo. And that is exactly what you heard today in the press conference.
Dr. Back to my question, sir. Omoka Tremono. I know, sir, more leadership for parliament. And the Bibianka, Mubitime engage the presidency, no Akuoko. Into which I me earlier question now, me say, Muka no Kukwom na anye. And I know some about
the president is maybe yes, unfortunately, years ago, because maybe in Sabo, DC, Abraham, and Georgia, court, I was a Miko. Because me see only a crow, into me no member Kumase, any mayor, Chamiko court, the president near business here.
Okay.
So I am not there. But what happened is President Tunkano, after the you know, but for the period of 3 months or 4 months, you know, there's not been any meeting with the president.
I see.
The economy, I mean to me, and except to say, they come out and say what has happened. And the way you idea yet time, and I when you idea about who you are about debris. What is happening is that you call for a way you finish at the be a quiet one kind. It is a edge inquiry. Send the more one about a man for you about my yankaka. You was there. I just move it. But the most of the person, Yakoya, a baby will be at it. In the Anya, I would also a cocobo MP, a person, the Komaya dinner, Makotananka, and Mukwan, you yes idea. And nothing yes idea.
Okay.
So we want everybody, wherever they are, to be calm and let us see the way forward.
Okay.
Anything that would be
Doctor, now message you know clear. My message you know say omampani ampa mo kenu foriata budget a wode beba parliament no mo monye part of it. But omo gina sa mo position no so ne koba say mampani so kire mu de nti so otena wa. What are you going to do?
Yes, anything on money mampani Asia.
Okay.
If I was in a crowd, definitely go.
Okay.
Yes. But me would be epiem ho enti mampanyin be hia but was say ni na no ye hu say ni ye mu ne ye pe no pachimati ase
okay
and I said nipa da se no de nsa na to aba na nipa no krampo no se ope wo party ana se oso beto ma wo krampo ye baako obesa ifi fi akodina line mu krampo no isi ye mienu se obetimi gina mu 4 hours ama ye wakoto aba no so ye nyensa wati ase
okay
nipa ho adwuma in politics there aye wo papa na wo ma me dia de ya abotre ni Akuoko na ye so wati ase and at this point in the day what we will see is the confidence of the MPs now idea we be see that ama MPs from constituencies about the retaining the same confidence in the MPP MPs. Say the day I wasn't a colonel, a better. So the president has been given the opportunity to also speak to us, and that is what the president is doing. All else should become
okay. No, President Akan many times say President Akan many times say sick minister yeah Nejuma saw nani na ohweniama o ye before COVID beba they said ya uchiri mu no mni ade so all the interviews are President aye proud to Central Region and Ashanti Region nyina no say bibia ni ho betimi a convince no say ompamo Ken Ofuriata. And they members of parliament about 80 near Che, if you crack home by the be omuntimi you money, Musumujina hot setting tonight on Pamono. Meeting no dear Ebecoso, Sacobasa movie any in Anam and Penisa still for Yatantanawa, mobile debut.
Yeah, I think that just like you said in the statement, say the MPs are resolved to say they are prepared to drag, say the ombudsman society remove a chimwa to Tama. If they do a point that you na benya ya huntia see. I don't know MPs no. It be a press conference. Much what you see.
Okay.
Na o share address afo. Onon kwa our parliament we waiting parliament. Otimi who do the whole nation to answer what you see.
Yeah.
We love you the budget to hold the whole nation. Now share MPs over 80. A mobile 30 to 20 billion dear, la dolly. Na nipa ba kono look at the way of the Ghana ekoye. Na when nipa ba ye even point 80 poor and yet 30 poor 5. So mo di omo empany. O ye dear the problem baba.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, and this is something because MPs no call omo kromo omo kunya ahodini free omo constituent ne hono. It is going to be one kind that they will continue to pursue it because it's like we say, ebe yode omo, ebe ma omo, abodimpa, ewo omo.
Okay.
Ebe di media ma omo vote. I don't think it's a MP who said, say, the year, me kromu for no, omo. Answer me. Emomuno, omukoso, sheme, kutupa, na so omukoso say, omu sheme sapumu zoom say, hey, oh yeah, you man, why are they? Koso, Sadia no could do on more, a very thing say, MPs no bet me, assign omuchi.
Okay.
And my make me be a just to two examples. Say, me share what is ongoing now. It is so clear, and extremely clear, say there is overwhelming support if you are supporting it as far as this is concerned. All the cause party force me now, they can MP Facebook, Twitter, they are texting all over. But what is here?
Okay.
I know that embodying MP, and I'm sure no.
Doctor, this is a critical decision for the Jubilee House and our presidency to take. We say my numbers are more Parliament currently, 137, and unfortunate for the government, minority for no so after Mumuri a press conference, no sound be ye be said, Omo crowd there, Omo after parliamentary processes, so ya Omo person Omo Epamo finance minister. Assuming say mo party no so I'm told to say the statement about back in Cambia Metif Warrior party no so engage the presidency. And the finance minister should go at all costs. Now, say one qua. Hana person may be say, what will be the future of MPP and the government?
And then I miss me catch you say, MP no, Udina Homa and Dom a war, a bronze, but what you say.
Yeah.
And you say, Odo, I could share a combimu on one and more or they say,
Kessben.
Nothing Odo could see when I say, and also what questions. I will group, but what you say?
Okay.
I don't know. Say, Sadia ya start no. Say, Yentimia ma a middle ground for more. I may yet be say, Ubetimia convince MPs almost, but what you say?
Okay.
Because a chrono, area question who said the oil yet. And you say, Oko sign a bra way so in Faso, and now I'm a cousin, Pabians, and a baby, and almost many baby, so primaries and our elections.
And just money my home because so for that be free.
And you know, and I would say, and no, and the issue because when you resource there, anyone starts to so,
okay.
Now, what start to so the old on circle to some idea and I will idea him. It is going to be difficult, so we'll be user until say. Ubeba halfway, the president about halfway.
Okay. But
MPs in the air.
Okay.
This is the views of their constituency.
But Dr. Argument also go beyond Niamoke. Ebi say a economic management team. The vice president, the finance minister, Charles Adubuahe, and the cabinet sometimes is share about this economy.
I use opportunity for discuss it. I can't share the debate for. The government has Bofubia, Obia Kabia Yaka. Mr. MP, Mrs. Mika be the year Afaga, but what is there? Economic management team, but what is there? A team, said your football team, I have 30 players to be there. Monkobo, Namufendo, Yamumere, but what is there? Good. Now, I know Rollins in the bar, yes, and there. No, this economics, no, Yadia. What was that?
Yeah.
Offer preview of being co-chair and offer information. Media, media security and intelligence. The most share economy in money. Oh, that. And no, in Rabbi, any one of my edit. In Rabbi, any one of my desires.
And maybe so question. Don't go there, maybe so as I'm saying, maybe. And the minimum cancer, some call it on the head of Kenoforiata there. Now, it's just the entire team should also go.
Because you will see that the economic management team as it sits there, no, they have no powers. I can even tell you that they are toothless.
Who am I toothless?
Economic management team, they are toothless. Because economic management team, no. Say the idea bro say Shema Benefa a futu brana. Unye Jumaya, now I'm from Amrosway. Advisory, but you're my chief on Tiati.
Okay.
And yet, you may be a show almost on Juma.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cabinet proposal, which media bravo, a movie film, Namon from a point in Bra. Now, what cabinet to cry, I won't be transferred discuss the answer of Bogu. But what is here? The economic management team is not bigger than the cabinet decision or the president's decision. And the economic management team is not bigger than the superintendent minister's decision. But what is here?
Okay.
Minister now, if you ever say a health management team, Mudia Mutufo, Emma Minister of Health. But Utumino and Lune so, Oka upon offer, but what is here? Okay. You cannot go and hold economic management team, say, dear, what you na young share will say, Imran say, the Minister of Finance, be and I was here in the fire game. Imran say, the obey beyond, I was all the fire, sir. No, offer your again. Na, ye dear, dear Baba shower Modia, any question. Why won't that? If you be your economic management team, Biano, I'm telling you, me assure almost almost equally frustrated as the way the MPs are frustrated. But what are they?
So are you concluding, say, Ofuriata is the problem?
Kwarteng is a problem. The woman is personal. We don't have anything personal about Kwarteng.
So to say, economic. Is it me about economic management?
No. Economic management.
Economic management.
I was educating. Relax.
Maybe some specific question.
We economic management team this year. Cabinet itself have its economic subcommittee on economics. And no say no, alignment or yet in charge. But what is here? Good. However, so we economic management team move. So we have cabinet subcommittee on economics team leader. Your position does not supersede the decision of the Minister of Finance. And you know the issues at stake there. Purely at the doorstep of the Ministers of Finance and the Minister of State or the Ministers of Finance. That's it.
I know I Dr. Nana, you are free, a member of Parliament, a war, a Fidacia Sokore, or a part of an MPs, 1 more year press conference. And Motin and Kano. Part in the statement about my main kind of a big quick one. Emra na Yemra studio na BOT, Yen Twaso. Statement not signed by the national chairman of MPP, Stephen Ayunsun team, dated 25th October 2022. Urgent release. Press conference by some members of parliament and other related matters. And it's about 4 paragraphs. So, my kind intention. Also, the national body of the MPP has taken notice of a press conference held on Tuesday, that is today, by some members of parliament, majority caucus of parliament, demanding, among others, immediate resignation or dismissal of Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, Minister for Finance, and Honorable Charles Edubuahe, Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, respectively. And ubetimi ako Facebook, let her know our TV na so Facebook on Kessben TV na washare. As in view of the above development, the leadership of the party is currently engaging government as well as the parliamentary group and urges all stakeholders to remain calm as it seeks an amicable solution to the impasse. Leadership of the party herein reiterates its commitment to at all times engage government on issues of utmost interest and concern to the party, government, and the citizenry. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make the MPP New Patriotic Party great and strong. Signed by the national chairman of the MPP, Stephen Ayunsun team. Tino, I don't know. Exactly 10 minutes after 9, I was studio so her discussion no any day to us so. Bio Tiakwa Babio. Yes, Bio, Mamintio, development.
Production no issue kakra. It's quite a bit disbalance.
Okay.
I was expecting say Abraham Fred Dr. Free. He's a good friend of mine when I was in the MPP.
Okay.
Yenene work here under AFAG.
Mona me demonstration no.
Any forming AFAG, forming a war
by microphone
Hotel Beam.
Okay.
Those time early stages because I said me abortion, those guys some year who your first meeting I hold
Okay.
So dog is a very good friend.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I'm more friend MPP for more friend DC leadership.
So you new production until you pray 100.
Matthias.
But this you know so it's not but this you know so it's not about DC MPP.
It's about
MPP for no almost almost president the Pambom finance minister.
Or more than the agenda set no. The MPP you know. Oh I do be in politics. Near me no. One say offer statutory my PM said why PM no.
Yeah.
Records HS say offer Fourth Republica. Abanya Wama DACF, that is District Assembly Common Fund with the MP share came a current government here. Until to first statutory payment, MP's Common Fund no enko.
Okay.
Enko kra. Ma di PM also the PM da. And only MPs ne kasa, they have that bitterness in them.
Okay.
Na on say the omu ye ni na adi obi a won te politics ase. E fidie no omu so mampani no.
How?
Oh, nanti the equation say agenda. They are setting an agenda for amicable talk. No man, also the how to mampani anim. And let me tell you, one some mampani call for meeting me boy. They be free mabani. Statutory payment na come one mampani ntria on the MP's common fund. No, Akuoko Kwarteng in less than 72 hours. O better say mampani be my instruction say DSCF administrator releases Kama MPs.
Okay.
What the end date is 25th October.
That's almost MPs
common fund or more pay. I do be a winning politics because you see, Abra is scanning my mono. MP for no see or more say. You releases card the ama blasters, meboa. How much $800,000 to them. And they issue about Bonteno no. Ebi anamonte ye.
Okay.
Intimo sport crew me more lead. Abra ye complaints is Kenny Ghana. No.
We are making kind.
You're releasing $800,000 to the blasters. And the MP for no tea na sure makoma na ebu buomo. And the omo ye no. Wa we ye NDC ni biama wani nye da. Mfo wani into say the MPs ni ye no from good faith. There's no good faith behind it. There is no good. I'm challenging them. I'm challenging all the MPs. Omunfa video mre che so muko show constituent. I'm challenging them. Madi assemblyman da. What the assemblyman da? What the presiding member da? All the MPs na share press conference and then BOT challenge you omo. So be a constituency. Omun produce video. Kire say me ko kwabre, me ko Sunyane West. Because me call Doma Central. Many timemufo ko share na many omu share no video omu ni bi.
But what about NDC MPs almost was signing say
the world ya kabre.
But the world finance minister almost so common fund in India.
Tio.
Yeah.
NDC position nye ne ne ba be kanane. From day one, Honorable Azekadongo, Krowe mu. Dabe no mie na waka wabre. Honorable Keslato Forsen. Waka wabre. Setepe NDC as a political architecture no ya kan ya bre na the MPP for no ye no ya akwa me bomboni ma mi no so first one is statutory payment MPs common fund and no more fight. Number 2 so wo hwe MPs na a champion e course no na emu 90% Ashanti region me twa manfo adwena si bibi so bo video ni bio na fa case by case study. She MPs na the frontline MPs no. Emu 90% Ashanti region.
Okay.
Asante phone who say Achimfo no say party no.
Oh how?
Tieni dear meba. Omatena se who say aba na beto 2024 na Kufuado ni din ni photo ma ballot paper na so. Enti na do adi ni de awie. Enti yenye bibi matemamufo nkase adwen omo ho. Enti de omo ye na face saving image. But I do be I won't take politics. I say.
I don't know which from this angle. I almost shall see this uncle boy no. Now CD to dollar no. It's about the best 9 and best 7 CD and a core 9 CD and a core 10 CD.
Right.
And they social black marketer.
Right.
They be no the 15 Ghana CDs against $1.
Right.
And almost 200 Ghana. And then angwa be at the same 200 Ghana no.
Okay.
Over to about 850. Kessben car be now 250 Ghana no, and then a cover 100 Ghana.
Right.
And then between Accra and Tamale, you are going to pay about 250 Ghana cities before you get there. So issues na kwa do point they said Debbie say yet now say MPs na yankasa.
Right.
Problems na no ebema party na opposition and no party to opposition na President Kofor said say it's better to be a messenger of party wa bemu than so be general secretary the one party opposition.
Okay.
So don't you also look at this current economic situation in Ghana for complaining no. And not in MPs no so kasa ba Ghana for.
Akuoko won say yes asama any dance here.
Yeah.
It trust any be who they are dance.
Okay.
1 month ago, expert in Ghana MPP for year be global info analytics a opinion pool. At the 2 Ghana web a opinion pool at the 2 Now the woman is say you can hear to the sense that majority of Ghana for were calling for reshuffling. Mampani copy man oba pro or say omo calling for reshuffling ni pa ku mienu. 1 MPP for mu ni adwuma. Tieni yo. Wo hwe MPs na press conference na. They are not ministers.
Okay.
Enti one no.
They be a former minister.
Oh, tie.
Eugene Boachenchi and the appear could
former be... is not a minister.
Okay.
Former is former. Me yusu mampani enum wasem e dey analyze contextually. Mampani is excellency Nanado say obi bi obe call say yen sake Ken anani minister bia no. Wo ye MPP ni na wuni adwuma. So wo ye NDC ni so na pese wo ye mambofo. Nsem o kan ye ni. Ma me for MPP for dey no. MP for na no mo ye press conference no emu hwan e na ye minister. Enti one o mo pa adwuma. asema American no nya ndisi adwen ne yeka o ye yusu his excellency Akufo Addo ankasa no mu asem ene de jeje no enti MPs na ekọ ho no Akuoko chire video no mu ba ko ye sector minister
but a lot of them are former deputy ministers.
Oh Akuoko ex and former yem fan kasem so no iri jaya woni na jai
but some beauty experience at war politics we should tell you say current minister Bianso no betimi akogina akwa press conference because osoro be yin
enti yen situation na Nado asem no
omo she chire but they can't show
their face. Nado say nya NDC na kan yo enya Mahama na kan ye enya Professor Jena na kan ye ena enya Chamofo Swampofo na aka His Excellency Akufo Addo say obi bia we MPP ni we be call for reshuffling no so we chairman na we free Manson Kwanta now we jobless. Number 2 so we NDC ni now call for reshuffling now we mambofo okay and then your minister sing na issue presser I call for a vote of censure now Mr. Asenso Akuoko my main listed the 6 thematic issues are your minority fundraising which is key. 1 a despicable conflict of interest. Okan Article 284 is clear. Says we abamu pania. Any se we place so above any situation or the be any BB. Kind of for reata. Aju obi a usro nyame nko ade a. Ne conflict of interest no say ofura abamu na aban obeba a serious to fight corruption. Na yakasa ye say charge na. Men predicted there but I hear idea to answer wom so man. Because the other minor yeno time. Number 2, unconstitutional withdrawal from consolidated fund. O better ye second of frata kuyi sika consolidated fund. Wanye parliamentary fruba. Akoswa obi a money chance. Number 3, illegal payment or revenue into offshore account. O beka ya nanse ya aban cotton oil. Enunya $100 million. Ghana 40 yeno. Now we quote you sikana to tax haven account. In fact, Ghana for pushy omono. Honorable attach on the Bible on Timbeka says Sikano Bo and Yrai. Nelikutia ka on behalf of Ministry of Finance. Okay. Number 4, dishonest misappropriation of economic data to Parliament. Obekaya. Second of Reata call Parliament, a data the Beko, and the other call IMF no, and a disparity room. And to Kanyama way na bomwa minority ni see look. So why you be a castle? The air can say look. Second of Rata, UK Maimwa. Akuoko unim say na anwa de ya. Enra da ye twam. BBC wo UK, unim de see wo UK. Boris Johnson ye na dun so na ba be prime minister. So what ye ho asem a?
Na also odi holiday or Caribbean.
Aha no oba
20 days holiday into return here.
Obe pre.
Obe pre.
Abro make that decision or withdraw decision no. Emma the UK economy no the financial market no it responded positively. Mami read the Adwenkyere. Enti there ye minority for no ye no. There is a direct relationship between the conduct of Nipabi and how the market respond. And interestingly no MPP Abanya is a property owning democratic party. Enti omo die mo no abribia no mbe putu upsetting behavior no the market respond. And mama a typical example in the UK. And you say government borrowing costs fall and pound rises.
Okay.
And this is dated yesterday in UK. Let me read. Government borrowing costs fell on Monday morning while the pound rose after Boris Johnson dropped out of the Conservative leadership contest.
Okay.
The interest rate on yield on bond due to be prepaid in 30-year term dropped to 3.3%, 3.9%, making government borrowing cheaper. They had hit 5.17 on 28 September 2022 in the aftermath of the mini budget when then Chancellor Akuoko Kwarteng set out one of the biggest tax cut packages seen in the decade, but did not explain how they will be funded. Ne tintin in the theater you say ye nipa ba could be free amamuo mu a etimi ma economy no ejina yie. On this show, Boris Johnson is a clear-cut case study.
Okay.
Look, men not have pretended. But MPP are never short of men and women.
Okay.
Look, and then a BB as Saintia. And Kayaka Dankwa Buzia Dombo traditional. So per economists, financial analysts, architects, they are not shortage you. Ekobane send any paba konkwa finance ministry no so no free wa. Ye change BB and ye. Akuoko me how back on say e bia chairman beboy say nama ye chiri yemfa yese nche.
Okay.
Adentina yense yempam Charles ne Ken nko all the four must go.
Four ne why no.
Four nyina ye lawyer John Kuma Abena Adu Asare.
Okay.
Omo nyina must go. Me hunu de nche was a single out the two.
Okay.
Because nipa 9 at finance ministry. And no man running the nation aground. Senyor tan hunu dia. Adentina nkasa four ni nyina nko.
Okay.
Because
like these MPs in the crowd there na omo de Dr. Addison Kraka.
Look,
yes, many many cases la to force.
Mamen fa unko Ghana Constitution.
Yes, Asia
Article 183.
Yeah.
Let me read on your show. Or say, the Bank of Ghana shall be the central bank of Ghana and shall be the only authority to issue the currency of Ghana. 2, the Bank of Ghana shall promote and maintain the stability of the currency.
Okay.
Bank of Ghana. And it's our governor tnaho. Now currency M1 number. Or call your crank check. And the governor no the ono kwa de ye or yenchina wa yirem. So can Ghana Constitution Article 183 clause 2 subsection A your governor no wa bon bobi antimenka. Now the point I'm making is that Adentina was a single out Ken Oforiatta and Charles Adubuahin.
Yeah.
I am not playing the devil advocate. But enama yechiri yemfa yese nche.
Yeah.
Sa na tie dia nipa 9 e na asai man no. Enti ye NDC for no ye position dia kire say the finance ministry nipa for nyina nkofie ye wia the governor and his deputies must also go.
Okay.
Say ye ba ko ne eje obi a omo nyina na asai man no. How on earth can you tell me say lawyer John Kuma honorable Abena Asare the entena ho na Kenny Charles Adubu ahenko. What is the difference between the two and the two?
Okay.
It is virtually the same.
Say be a deputies no mun take major decisions.
Debbie, lawyer John Kuma na coach na parliament. Oh, video na botchere wetie for. E no catch Ghana for say, yenko IMF ne, yenko IMF nchina, yenko na de che nyo ne kai.
Okay.
And he said ne, Ghana cover to IMF. Why mustn't he go? He must go. And this position they say, all the 4 ministers at the finance ministry, they must go. Ye Yemra Bank of Ghana and Kasanso. The governor must go and all the deputies must go. Yen dissolve the economic management team.
Okay.
Ne crack no 2024. Ne reshuffle.
But we are chartered economists. Maybe it's a question. Yeah. Simply they must go. Yeah. Is it a solution to the problem we are encountering?
Solution to the problem.
And
on this show, Mama,
see almost absence no yedin because we are experienced economists.
Okay.
Globally across Africa, you know, about economic management. Obviously, keke no.
Okay.
And no never solve problem.
Akuoko, on this show,
yeah,
my present apple to apple, not orange to apple.
Okay.
The UK economy is a free market economy.
Yeah.
And it's led by the Conservative, the Tory party members.
Okay.
Ghana and so chairman party, no. It is the same as a conservative in UK.
Okay.
Then people run a free market economy.
Okay.
In the free market economy, no, personalities, their gestures, their demeanor, their attitude, they have influence and negative consequences on the how the market play. Market no forces of demand and supply. And the market respond to gestures. What are they shall we?
Yeah.
In a free market economy, obet me show what into me show we be.
Okay.
That is free market economy. In a mixed economy NDC running no. Yeah, fat dressing and entire life born yeshi. But MPP philosophy in say the market must play a leading role. And where is the market? The market ni yadea me no yemfa ye ni. The free market economy no umfa we ni.
Okay.
And you're invisible. And there are subtle forces be a undercurrent. What are the forces? Number 1, so be an investor. Now, or say your finance minister be a or the company a financial arranger.
Okay.
But just mere hearing of that, no, can restrain the investment into Ghana.
Okay.
Number 1. Number 2, say obi a IMF boss and an IMF worker. Now, finance ministry ministers can say we are not coming today, we are not coming tomorrow. No, Chinabi, some ministers now leading negotiation. In the subconscious mind of IMF negotiation team, no, you are double standard.
Okay.
And to only make my table so. na omako play video bi no utransa wa meki
Nazanya kwa we na ka say
ananya kwa we na tena Ghana parliament ka say yen kwa IMF so what are you here for
okay
but say this na run economy na mixed economy na run ye de no ne say forces of the market no ye limit no enu ntina tembi NDC beba na creative buffers
okay
men ka say MPP ideology ne nye
okay
no nobody should get me on that wrong footing obi ha wakono fa so furu krom ka obi bo hwem obi to nwom obi wia enti sa woto nyina obi bo hwem ontimi nka se de oto nwom no de ne nye MPP de no eno na omodwin se betima ye man no ye but why ideology no respond to the market easily
okay
because why ideology no say you are leaving the thing to the market forces demand and supply
okay
and it's our finance minister no posture bi intransigent as an aswedin as o kotu bible yemfa bible run economy enti na ye ka say Akuoko ma me predict on your show ma me predict on your show
na metimi ye bibia
ma me predict on your show
na metimi ye bibia
nyankopon no hwe ma o fa o company mobosia enya commission mine de kana wunya mfa so say nyankopon no me de enya me Methodist nyame no Methodist nyame am so no kire say do yonko say wo ho
okay
say wo do Ghana na we finance minister won ma o company nya financial arranger nya mfa so na mine no de ka
okay
me Methodist nyame am som no on tesa the point
ma company na you keep on mentioning it no mo share the competency of the company say
okay
and also yeah indigenous bank a Ghana company
okay
and this be say broni ba fa kodi na say finance minister no so fi so mremu no company no betimi aye se say yie ama country no bibia e kama what is wrong
okay Akuoko de o kan te say de o papa wu nua ba bia ne ho efe pa
yeah
na dako te ho a say say de nua ba hu efe de me mu bia me ware me amechina ware no sa say na wo ka no
okay
on asa wo fie nua ba ho efe o pia bontena obia kanfo no Akuoko nua ba hu efe
aware different from economy
enti Akuoko te ho say me nua ba de
yeah
de wa amanfo kanfo ni me nso me wo sika me nua ba no nso wo sika ene ye ma sika no nkwa bontimi amechi me nua ba na ware no sa na economy ne tie ma me mfa nko Ghana constitution article 284
yeah
conduct of public for public officers I read it quote a public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflict or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office. The constitution is clear.
okay
Hwe kelo furiata sanya dufu de pa ho nkamene no a MPP ni bi onye minister on hold position build the person up set the person up na ka kire Ghana ban se efi na ekono ye building pa we amono so a financial arranger enti bia aban sika bi obekwa akwa arrange no yen salete ni patre sa ni patre no yen ma ba konya MPP ni but on hold position so yes hard na you have fulfilled the constitutional requirement but the situation now you minister now do company ye financial arranger no de et say de Akuoko nua ba ho efe na wache na ware no
sana wo no
incest enti enye Ghana no mra no tia de enti ye wo mra no say you have rule of law no rule of men
okay
mra no se eyachi wade and it's a me ken enka de meye nie sete kwabra na oye finance minister no okoiro bond market
okay
ko check company na financial arranger no men babia
okay
but maybe it could be say he had other interest in the company how will we know
okay
but oyeye ma man no anigye ene se okoka sete kwa asemo a untimi trace that arranging to him the year can say
ebia na the company no so financial arranger na oye no is in the interest of the state
no it is not
ebia third person na no so
no it is not
ebia ono ne de no is in the interest of the state
it is not it can never be and into constitution they say atenti ro territory run treasure simple utim fita atu amonku fan say ya soldier na odi petrol ni kerosene akofa otusumi ko ru treasure no won't it burn you. The point you are making is that before you take public of you need a higher moral turpitude. And what say would you level be any point to me emfa bonin tafru bibre. They can say me kasa can more bra. Say me better not show we so Akuoko kasa can more bra. Say be na Nyankopon kra beje me kra free me nsem.
Yeah.
Ba nye nam bia na yere. What you say? Enye fi akoko bia na ye chenewe. The point we are making is that wa bo man neka. Na se wan hwe yi a e bia ban bi be ba MPP aban na protect no. Kessben. Ba bia na aban bia ba na invoke article 284. near the word big napunano, a bambi beba, no abisa say National Cathedral. We 200 million Ghana cedi free fund bimo and your parliamentary approval. A bambi beba, a bambi beka say ye ton petrol $100 million ewa bruche. One fund called 2 P8 fund him. And to the point we are making is that what bread. And when we say Akuoko, say a boarding crab bebra and yet. Say boarding bebra and say boarding shamran and your boarding tomb runs to go and yet. Let's speak true to power. Say many finance minister
yeah.
And kadeda ekosono and kochina. I'll pick my resignation letter. Meet the president and tender him my resignation letter.
Okay.
So yes, I won't. Obe save the image. I save MPP. I save the government. But let me predict something on your show. Say, Ken of Rataya Sweden, not the presidency protecting her. By end of the year, we are going to buy the dollar not less than 20 Ghana cedi. On this show, quote me. Me can show we so say Ken and Tiede to Memufono Canoa. By end of October, no, the cedi to the dollar will be around 15 cedi. Me can show we so last 3 weeks.
Yeah, make I.
And no one say you drew so. Say one fan resignation letter and co. Na man panyina and yina Akuoko. By end of the year, 31st December 2022, say I'm $2 no more than 20, less than 20 Ghana cedi. Me see how I'm on me. Because the market watchers are not happy with him. People are taking their money away from the economy. There are so many companies they are folding up. And now game Accra. Ebi amonya we. Game is folding up in Accra. They are not happy with the terms of events. And nipa ba konkwa wo ye den.
Okay. BOT Bernardo Drew Tachi is a member NDC and Motin and Kano. Me van to just we invited Pargrave Boache Dankwa, our government spokesperson on governance and security, but on CBBS in the quarantine one to me and see na many BOT to us. And Pargrave baby obiano yamwajo. But we to us, so we are moving on. Some of your messages are more there quick one na young call. Good evening, honorable. I'm enjoying BOT's analysis. Mr. Host, I'm a truly MPP, but I'm disappointed in this government. Disappointed in this government big time. Please, where is our vice president now? We should sit up and do reshuffle so that some ministers can be changed. I would like to congratulate your guests for their attitude. Please, bring BOT anytime you are doing your show. I'm enjoying him, pa. Okay. Me da se pa, but don't forget the amount. And I'm okay. Frederick, Ewo Cape Coast. And now day by Fred anyway. We are very grateful. Good evening. I'm watching your show live. Ewo Mamponting. I love the show too much. Collins, Ewo Mamponting. Collins anyway. Yeah, that's for your message. Hey, Julian Ewo Koforidia. I'll say good evening, honorable. I've been following your program this evening. We are all in this country and observing the heat in terms of economic crunch. But to say the MPs are deceiving the public is not true. They are thinking about Ghana, not just MPP people. I'm saying this because when we go to the market, we are not distinguished as this is a member of parliament or this is ordinary Ghanaian. They should do us a favor by accepting the truth. Tell the NDC man to be objective in his analysis. I used to like his submission, but today he's doing propaganda against the MPs. Julian Ewo Kwarteng and Ode Ebai say, okay, I'll say BOT should be fair to the MPs. He knows the truth, but he's only doing politics. All right. We're also but all the message in Bayanka, what do we need chat one? How do we need to okay. We want for DBA Also, Charles Ewo Cote d'Ivoire. As my advice to Kenoforiata that Nipa Ebo Dimbe Briba and yet so second time in Nigeria and Kodu Chinano Pano na enka or the Nkrata Komo Mampering na or the Nejuma to Hofri say Bema Beyebi na Wameyeni na. This is coming from Charles. Charles message in the Krama was here good me. Cote d'Ivoire and also Bema Beyebi. na o ameye ni nyina no an se o de okrata be kwa ko mama mpani se na mepani ye se meye na nso ba bi edro no be ma be ye bi o ameye ni nyina wa broni ankanya dio na emum Africa. Akuoko, the chairman has spoken well, and I fully support him. Chairman Owusumen said, okay, Reverend Esau Efidase will say, I'm happy that my MP, Dr. Uefriye, is part of the finance minister's issue. Finance minister must go. Hashtag Ken must go now to save the economy. Akuoko, good evening. If you have light, we pay, okay. I don't get you. But for our so if you have light, we paid with vein not free. It's not policy. Okay, I think he's mentioning say Oden Kania by free social intervention policy. Okay, but for message no clear. So let me move on. Please ask the chairman which part of your road are they working on? I'm watching him. Akwasi is my name. Okay, Obisacha Mosumen Sachama or Hamana is here. So, question be a movie Seviano, Memena. Honorable Dr. Uefriye, a member of Parliament for Sokore, Fijasa Sokore, and a member of the 80 majority MPs. This evening has considered that Ken Ofori-Atta did war pre-COVID and Russia-Ukraine war, but blamed their decision for the president to sack the finance minister on the propaganda style of NDC, which has sunk war into Ghanaians. And for that matter, their constituents and their fear of losing their seat. So the MPs are thinking about coming primaries but not fighting for we the Ghanaians. Okay. Obi answer Adwenkyere. Obi no care say Adwenkyere there I to say nipa hwene no obi on the size. Greetings to our chairman, one and incoming MP Frederick Nkansa aka to me. We have hope in MPP. Nanado will turn things round. Let's be patient. MPP will fix our road and fix the economy. Honorable Tony Ewompatuem Enote Honorable Tony Enumere Memwajopa BOT great submission by our standard. Hashtag Ofori-Atta must go. So after Ofori-Atta, who is next? Who is next in Enumere na maybe success in case of Ofori-Atta kwa Yanyante so beko de name so kwa hwan na wo ho Makesibe Yeboa Professor Jambafo Dr. Enes Anderson, Kwame Pianim, and others. And finance for the MPP for no, will be pa. Honorable, I'm listening to you at Tema. My name, okay, one for DM. I'll say this show is amazing. God bless you. Please, what is the name of the man who just spoke? His name is BOT. Bernard Udruteti. Oh, no, okay. And also join the show late, but or enjoy BOT analysis. No, all right. Lantekin Rashid Ewa Wanchibana, listen to us live all the way. I'll say, with all members of Walwari Project agenda, sacking on the finance minister is long overdue. To the minority group, they have no alternative. So Ofori-Atta must go. Okay. Also the DLJ, Ebaye, and no. Cherubin from Tantra Hill, Accra. The earlier the finance minister resigned, the better for of us because things are getting worse. And if Akuoko allow him to sit there, things will get out of hands. Okay. Thank you very much. Countryman, I have for a change here. I'll say good evening, Honorable. It is true that our economy is suffering from the global economic pressures. But it's also true that some local decisions that was taken by the finance minister is part of the problem. However, our traders should be less greedy because some of them too are increasing their goods astronomically just to amass wealth. Overpricing of certain goods, especially in Kumasi area. This is having a great toll on us, especially we villagers and those in the northern part of the country. Prices they communicate to retailers here is a way beyond normality, so the government should come in. And the foreigners who are also so mafabro nyahore crackers. Ye nyina Ghana. Why wouldn't him say dey uton 20 Ghana? And the Canadian one can open for so 5 cedi to be at the budget 25. They say they want to see a tutum to the 45. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Aden ye hunsa. Mama yansa say suban. Of course, I want to know. But the ones who are obi to be kwaji ade will be also okoton. But God the man be at 35. Of course, no the kwaji 65. Why? Aden ye hunsa. Anyway. Impressive analysis by Austin that BOT is my Monday evening. Cedric ewa Accra ode aba Cedric am fa bia ode ni message no free by no part of Accra no am. Say good evening honorable. I really like your show. Well, I think Ken of Rata resignation is long overdue. Kromo I had. Please, why is the vice president? Why is he quiet now? Ghanaians are suffering, all people are suffering. Baumia should talk. Nana Kosi ewa Santebe quiet. And also a day a buyer. Good evening, honorable. I'm serving from Adenta. Please, MPP administration is a disgrace to governments. Nanado thinks say Ononkwana Busia should enjoy? No. Ken of Rata should go. Okay. Maminkai kakra from SMS. What's up, dear? I'm say a dozen, but Maminko SMS na Minkai kakra emamuna yemra back to studio. Mr. President, respectfully, you forget to tell us how digitization has so far protected the dollar, which your vice president claimed to have arrested and detained in Ghana police custody with the keys to IGP's pocket. It is important to remind you that businesses are suffering under your watch as president of Ghana. I would like all Ghanaians to know that how digitization has reduced the price of fuel, food, and other goods at the market for we, the ordinary Ghanaians. I'm not a spectator, but president asked me to be citizen, so I'm being a citizen. Chene Collins, ewo sekwa, atom foso, ana atom foso. Okay, I love the name though, except that I'm struggling to mention. Sekwa atom foso. All right, and ode ne dear eba. Good analysis by Ostandard from BOT. BOT is my Monday evening. I'm enjoying his show. Solomon Ewa Solo only wafo nyinano. Enumre yedamasipa. Please, my name is Bright from Achuma Akropon, Youth in Afforestation, past 10 months, no pay. So talk for us, okay? Rebecca wants a metre. Mamin come back on a memory. Say good evening, honorable. ABL be passe. NDC and MPP are disappointed political parties and the cause of financial crisis in Ghana because of one. No national development plan for us, no monitoring on government projects, government expenses, corruption, no monitoring on goods and goods price control. Article 71 holders only benefit, and we that masses are suffering. Propaganda messages. Ghana future is not safe under MPP and NDC. Akuoko omunyina eye dukadaya. Chama what na officially nka eye paragraph na osenko ba na ya nhyeda nka senka bekabi. But obato so ni edia e was metio kakra. Press conference that was done by ho kwan so beka se bia nso nka ho asem. So be so ka ho asem fan so be so beka nso because nenka paragraph. Oh yeah, government spokesperson on governance and then concern koba, but also BBS in the but what to see there? Once at them tin yedija wa enye. My new comment kakra on the press conference while party for and a statement a party there.
You go come da CBM. Munia BOT. No kwasem ni paragraph to me ama na ni abene ho a o kan de ewom de nu nyo de nyina afre nyina mete hwedi di. Na no kwasem I don't want to preempt anything else. Answer honorable minister Dog Kasano.
Yeah.
Honorable MP or can declare say or president Asia. I know very well say we headquarters in Ebenyumri say party leadership and so eka ho no kwase mini nyansan ni ba ko 14 minim say omo to ato adwen na de ebewie nyina ne say the interest of the country as a whole no and I minim say ebeba on board enti menu anya abotre minim say sabi so to dokro 1 city sana metum to no 1 city ti so manu mudwo yenyina na so manu tumpo yenyina na ebenya so faso nti sabi nya NDC na ebe kire yen de ye mfani nye finance minister or yenyi obi na ye ma obi ntina ho at that time era Dr. Dufo I think he was doing better but Messi ya mfani crazy o free ho a era Mahama ba ye no he easily sack Dr. Dufo
okay
and no obi amegina say NDC fenchina munye say na munye say na say me ya so across the capital from MPP or the call NDC but I know that at the appropriate time we come back
you know officer NDC ni omuni omufiasem but this is national cause
national cause but the omu ye nyina no is for a reason
okay
what is here the cause now omu nyina nim say what crunch there's a problem everywhere ni sheye e wo memu aja eni man koye no enye buapaye
okay
what is here enye buapaye I mean good brother is much aware of enti yenya abotre na me mpese me prem ho aka bibia no nse nru kina no pa president you represent ni MPC ni shia ni party leaders bi shia no Adwenkyere no.
Okay.
Na yehu de nso so ade body hono befa. Ba no
But
credit
between the party and the government, is the government running your party down? Aban no ye ma party na hwe ya mbeko opposition.
Ne kwase me say party na wo aban.
Yes.
And the ye bia.
As a mo ba no ya ha mo.
No, really o ya. The ye bia no. I don't think so aban ye most of the things in isolation. Onye bibia bra only party needs our so. Nti bia ne say buy ya quickly. You represent oni omo we share but the American say the question me say me no can say me na bia me finance minister say sometimes some people must be sacrificed to save the face of the party and the nation at large. Ebia odo a manfo ma obi keke no. See the make say you could be say me ebia dollar kwa how do we cry we on feel. When ade chi on say finance minister ni hobi obo so be dollar nyina ba system ni mu. It happens.
Enye beauty person.
Oh no person by
there are people who are omo ni finance minister ni.
Exactly.
Omo the dollar ni be.
On that analysis I was happy about that but notwithstanding no I think say yen twen ema mpenifo a yedi omo ya show monsa ni party for ijo mu de any president any MPs so omo so concern omo raise no and no say the day no it will be very fruitful na de akomato em ba de economy be gina ni pempon so no I think say that will be the decision collectively omo nyina e be take but coming back to me asem bia me kan no se me nkan ba bia da I think say my back am na ehu a be say
that's social intervention policy. That's
social intervention. So one
okay.
Me who's one team
okay.
Your policies, your programs. And so, be credit test message by say, yeah, the rural electrification. I know, and every mean cassette, PNDC time and this time. Omunya most of rural electrification budget, you know. JJ Rollins time, or yeah, most of them. But I'll buy a home. Me know my Amazon Quantum. I say that, and you man say Wester. What including in a boom, and I about 184 communities. 184 communities, you know. A move 500 light was so Manson Quanta, Mosia so. I hear Cosia body, I say, and I'm Sabrin say, oh, Nankaniao. What I say, it doesn't mean, sir, the rural education called Babintino will be high in your but then you can say, you can't proper police, Ghana for Obia and Yason Fasoa.
Okay.
They can't compare NDC with that of the MPP. That was my point.
Okay.
Because, you can't fertilize someone. Aban min team ka say president Kufuor buy one mere fertilizer and farmers and he did it. Kufuor buy president also has done the same thing. And there are certain programs and policies who are just continuation. Okay. Ghana for at the same time obianya so far. So na because say one come back you una kasa you were able to mention more than 2 3 4 5. He's aware. What can I say and
what stance and so on so actually NDC position and the understanding of policies are my year. I didn't say only me no debate. I'm saying that organization another match now. Yeah, the INT. Chama ya da sepa. The ultimate binti o kakra na yan kwatie fo so ho na yemfa ne aka no.
Very sweet to my ears. So so if Ken go, who is next?
Yes.
And that is debate was in at the national level. Akuoko Mamen can't seem be now way meaning say be as a man being for him, they should take it up. Say per se revive the economy, we need GJ.
Ghana journalism.
Yes. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I bind power on GJ in share. Community Information Center, print media, online portal, bloggers, traditional media.
Okay.
Now buying Shamo message of hope for the next 3 months.
Okay.
Akuoko, if the market doesn't bounce back, we'll change meeting.
Okay.
I'm telling you on this show. We had a number of radio stations in Ghana and TV stations in Ghana.
Okay.
We had a number of bloggers in Ghana. So I buying power on share in less than 1 week.
Okay.
Now buying anyone kasa say pamocha starting selling message of hope.
Okay.
My found US in the 1930s. Near from Mampani be Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Okay, Roosevelt, yeah.
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Oba, no, you bubu into not a feature.
Yeah.
Now, America went into depression in 1929.
Okay.
Only the only president to call 4 terms in US, 16 years in presidency. It been see that.
And so not a feature.
Not a feature. No, Oba, Now, America. And it does so from recession was all over, depression was all over. And now introduce the New Deal.
Okay.
The New Deal now, no commission promoters say monshas your model runayan selling message of hope. Akuoko say share the coverage at Kessben war.
Yeah.
Baby I drew no.
Yeah.
Men kasa say in this in.
Okay.
I'll speak like a Ghanaian. Because me first now me to fuel every week 1,500. And then me to 2,400 a week.
Yeah.
And I'm being negatively affected.
Yeah.
The entire make us say mampani be tie me a ken no de onam kwan so ko. But ken ko we need to sell a message of hope in Ghana.
Okay.
For the next 90 days.
Okay.
Aban pa onko kind the 1930 depression New Deal of Franklin Roosevelt.
Okay.
How he did it.
Okay.
Oji tumu se man wa hu yehiem. And to revive the economy, he appointed national promoters. And to Kessben, me aye Kessben se munye promoters ma ye se yen sell ani daso.
Okay.
Na kantamantofo kejetia malata kumase techimanfo obi anhya se yen nyintum se wa hu yehiem. What can we do to save the nation?
Okay.
Number 2, say engage GJ we are. Let us call for National Emergency Economic Forum.
Okay.
Sa National Emergency Economic Forum we no enye partisan. Enye ho ne ye kwhye MPP colors. Let's bring aboard everybody to the table.
Okay.
Ebia Sida. South Africa.
Yeah.
Google and check. Near what President Finance Minister Bian and friend Nhla.
Okay.
Na Nhla no. Your family be from the Gupta family in South Africa. Is the most powerful family in South Africa. South family no. Se obedi president omo na chere de obedi minister.
Okay.
Na corruption be fa omo ho. E na koba say Nhla no ne omo koye meeting keke. Nhla was the finance minister. E no no agitum no resign.
Okay.
In less than 3 months no, the market started responding positively.
Okay.
The point I'm making that there are certain great families in this country.
Okay.
Baby a Ghana drew no one enye MPP na creating enye NDC na eba. Minim say NDC the 2024 ya win here.
Okay.
But me concern here the kind of economy you are going to inherit. Say anye careful wa hu na ya call for National Day of Hope. You be inherit economy bia of all the brilliant policies de beba no. You be bre. Enti must take emergency resolution ebetimi aboa.
Okay.
One a GJ.
Okay.
And with the GJ no, the Ministry of Communication and Information must use the IS Information Service Department.
Okay.
Now you call all of you to one umbrella.
Then sensitize the public.
Now you use National Security Ministry budget na mo twa to ho a mo di nyafunyafu no mo mpone bi ho ma omo.
Okay.
National Security Ministry nkwa na ye ministry en discuss omo budget. Enti na ye ka say no, say honorable Kandapa ye man $1 billion, $2 billion, nobody knows in Ghana. Say you so GJR.
Yeah.
Akuoko, I can tell you say from now October to January next year no,
okay,
the economy will bounce back.
Okay.
Because meaning say aban we there, one of their leg is in opposition.
Okay.
But ye minor ye begin me concern no nye the victory.
Okay.
But it is the aftermath of the victory.
BOT ena mote nenka no ma mentie mokakra na yemfa dwumadie no nyina no emra awia pese bachofa line no to TV no so ma me na yentie for kakra fortunately no then you itimi de ye ahoma no so betimi 0550 92.9 596929 first caller e line no so dada but before me kwati for ho no ma mentia ko ayi Tiwa West constituency for Tiwa West constituency sa enkrai free mame laureate Koko Oche deputy, one of the deputy directors was Senate was a patron Tiwa West MPP party no Odima Kotripa ose me mamu adwuma no the foundation no mame Koko foundation I'm told to say Tiwa West one mo nkomodie bebre ni nkita wodie bebre a odie enti laureate Koko Asante Oche, Deputy Director Senate. Obojimo Senate Deputy Directors are one of the sharp brainy people Obojimo Hono. And also mentia at Tiwa West constituency for Munina party penny for no beer Tiwa West for January Kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng media me sonkra me komumu. Special good evening to Etiwa West constituency for nyina. First person about line, so good evening.
Honorable Akuoko Kwarteng.
Yes sir, yeah, my Joseph, 5 minutes into Ubo Dintema Namintio. Kojo Roma Hill Bokode.
Me run my bompire. I am not Papa Mahmoud Daumia. Coca, Chemodeno. And I'm a crackano. Honorable say your ditch will be an Agopon Shrano. Mammy Comany. Edio. No more thing. Now, anything now, Casano. Very good papa, the same channel there. Channel, small cano. Miss or say, on can't get back one. Or Muba, a bang. And now say NDC, the buyer of PA so far so man.
I don't come topic. We are discussing the course of parliament and and Mamintio MPs in the press conference. Yeah.
MPT for Nipabe 80. Mojina say
Finance Minister and call announcing a simple Mamintio.
No call.
Okay, Kojanji, we are grateful. I'm following with some kind 020-6422-452, 020-6422-452, and 0550-922-929. Yeah, good evening. Okay, 020-6422-452, 0550-922-929, 0552-911-929. Yes, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, but you didn't until. Okay, Cabra until.
Pacho, the only program we are now, the I want to say, a banner wedding, will be at my wedding. Paladin Salon, the Nipa. Only, but you want a bonus. Let's say, we get my job, I know why I had my.
Okay.
So it's a trade. Come, President Toho, who get to no point. And I could say,
okay.
So it's money more than there's a year of a year. We won't track near my back when I came home. Kessben
92.9.
In your roof also, or I put it. Because I want you there, baby.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, on Timinka. Oh, let me guess. I met me for back. Yeah, good evening. Okay, hello, sir.
Oh, good morning.
But hi, and you know, until many baby are free there. Oh, Casa free.
But you make us free, Kumasi.
Oh, Kumasi, they say, and you may, and more time, necessary. Anyway, Mamintio, but Udina Mamintio. Yeah, Mamintio.
Well, within the Kofianin, yes. But I say,
go via Tion, until why?
BOT is very good. Sometimes, you know, and never be our kind of, it should be very considerate. MPP, I press conference today. You just came there to rubbish the Omokan a political gimmicks. But NDC, the end of the day, Mona.
Antina me draw attention to it. Current economic situation, also be a can't be na MPs no year press conference. So me draw attention.
There will be still annoying in the state.
Okay.
Or in the state.
Okay.
And the trainer said, I mean, he's very vibrant man or Buaman for politics now. But only very honest. And I never buano I want politics.
Okay, good one there for BOT. Me also was anyway, me that's it. Me brain naso. Enti hana e betumi de enejumadi ni nyina ese. BOT yes, under 30 seconds
we are to na your national chairmanship contest.
Yeah.
Officially for me I'm for chairman for some pofo.
Oh, you are for chairman for some.
Officially and okay. I'm sure saying the next week to come.
Oh, support to general.
Oh, I want contest of ideas, and then they mean that money.
Support after listening to a student get
and having listened to both of them, no.
To support for some
officially, okay. That's where my support. And I think it says a man of money continue on.
Yeah.
You don't change a winning team.
Okay.
And baby or the part in a bedroom, no. We don't need to. You don't face it when it is not broken. The NDC today is more attractive. So Obekaya and Obia Kasa NDC aya kono e hwan leadership wa. But the mesre say contest na eba no.
Okay.
Yen hweye ne yen tu pian fa nwo ye yen ba hard because after competition you need cooperation. On this note no, NDC ni bi am function say every day should be a campaign day, but December 7th is a communal labor of change.
Okay. Medidi kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng Adwenkyere dwumadi brada nwumre bia na nwotwekosi nondo yenhia na yemfamre mo paragraph wache dankwa bibinti wantumi ameka ho from the government side. BOT Bernard Oduro-Tachi is a key member NDC enamoteni kano chama wusu mensa mason kwanta konso chairman so ebesra yen akuya pesa sabedi akon one Andy mrante hene ene Tiko ene mrante ni nyina na kabo mu ebuama yede nwumre dwumadi no ebra yema mu nyina good night ne mom hye no so se Ghana ye nyina ye dia ye de bia ko ye yo man no a ebeye makra mu nyina good night.